What's up, everybody? This is Al the Powell 78 and his water. Um, today I'm going to come here and we're going to learn some SAS for CSS or SCSS. It's basically CSS because the only thing I'm doing differently is I'm nesting my CSS. That's the main thing I'm doing different, plus the variables. And I'm also going to be, giving a shout out to all these people. We're going to learn a little bit of HTML, some JavaScript and whatever, but I'm going to be using, let's see, Control S. I didn't say this. I changed something in this. I don't know what it was. I will be using these products right here. The amazing Al the Powell 78's boilerplate. I don't know why if I have an S in there for the name, but I do. These are, like I said, these are the main things. I'm using Cyberpunk 2077 Rebuilt, Live SAS compiler. I'm using Live Server, Prettier, and VS Code so you can see the thing. The one thing I want to quickly explain is Live SAS compiler. So let's go in there, the gear, and hit Edit Extension Settings. Click in Edit Settings. Now these right here, let's see which one is this for. This is HTML. So I'm going to delete the HTML one because you're going to be able to see what's going to go on. If you don't have this in yours, that's fine. This is what's going to happen when you actually do have it. Now in here, let's delete this right here. And we're going to put it right back. If you don't have that, what's going to happen is you're going to get it to go in the exact same folder as you put your SCSS in, and that's where it's going to map to. So what we're going to do is, usually it'll look something like, if you type in here like that and click, it's going to automatically put in the quotations and does it for you, which is great. But originally, if you do have Live SAS compiler, it looks like this with the save path of null. You want to delete that null, only that one, and put a /CSS, and that's when it converts your SAS into normal CSS. The great thing about SAS is that you can nest it. We'll talk about that when we get there. Now, right now, I'm only going to be doing the skeleton of this. I'm not going to be doing the whole thing. So let's start off with the skeleton. So what I'm going to do is go Alt-Shift-P to open the palette, and then press Enter, and you will see that the package installed correctly. I did that. It's not really installing anything. I should put setup worked or something like that instead. But it gave you an index file, a site SCSS file or SAS file, and a JavaScript file. Now the first thing you want to do, let's stop this watching right here. The first thing you want to do is, usually your stuff is not all the way on, and I was already messing with this, so let's stop the live server too, just in case it's still trying to work. Okay. Usually, as you see in the bottom right here, you see the Watch SAS. If you click it after you install my stuff, it's going to open this CSS thing. Okay, that's great. As you see in here, let's get out of here. We don't need to worry about that. As you see in here, it's going to say this is an example of a partial. We could delete that actually, and I'm going to give you that example anyway. So we're going to take care of that. Now, everything that's in here will be in the site CSS, but we're going to be using partials and adding them to the main site SCSS, and it's going to all add to the regular CSS. The great thing about partials is that it allows us to work on individual sections by itself. I mean, you could always link to that individual section, but that's just annoying if you just could just do import. My thing is I like to do my imports in the bottom, okay? And I'm going to import nav. And the reason I'm putting nav first, because that's like one of the first things we're going to work on besides the actual site. Also, we're going to add import. And we do this one right here. And we're going to go to footer. And you want the semicolon at the end. And we're going to also do the same thing for the variables. You can actually do a single quotes here because it's CSS. But variables. I think that's how you spell it. So let's just add let's do the semicolon like I said earlier. We're also going to have an import from Google Font above that. I don't know why I like to put it above it, but we are. So let's highlight variables in the underscore and press Control C, because that's the only one I don't know how to spell twice in a row. Let's press Control read.scss, press save, press enter. It opens up. What I'm going to do for you guys, or what I've done for myself, like this whole video series, it's a short series, is going to be for myself. But if I could help somebody learn something while I'm teaching myself in the video, then I put it on YouTube, so hopefully you guys can learn. So this what I did here was I took all the colors like off the Facebook, off Twitter, off Google, off Instagram, off LinkedIn, and off TikTok, and I put them all here. So we're gonna Control C this right here. We're gonna put this in the variables. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete. Press Control D after you highlight it, and you can delete them both. I'm gonna delete that right here. Control D right here. All right. I deleted it because, well, you don't need it. you don't need it. And if I'm gonna be adding the nav, right? Like I said, this is a skeleton. We're not gonna do anything in the nav yet, or anything in the footer yet. Let's do footer, and we're not gonna really do anything in any of these yet. But since we already add them, what we can do is what we're gonna have to do, regardless of that, we're gonna have to do this import right here. So let's press Control C, and this is so the footer can use and the nav bar could use the variables. Now, if you hold on Control K and then let go of that, and then just press S afterwards, it saves everything that you have there. And I'm gonna show you real quick. Let's just put a background. Well, let's forget about everything right now, and let's go to index, and let's right click on it, and let's open with live server. Of course, we're gonna have a problem. I don't know what it is yet. As you can see right here, the live server, the CSS is working, so that means it was mapped properly. And if you click, as you can see, because of the colors, and then if you click it and it says yo son, it worked, that means the JavaScript also worked properly and was linked properly. Now we're gonna delete all that, but one thing I wanted to show you is we're gonna put something in the nav. So we want to put nav here because that's what we're gonna be working on. And we're just gonna, how should I put? We're gonna put S on that, and then we're gonna put something in the nav. Let's put nav in here. This is the same thing for the footer. Let's get rid of this and let's just make this main. Like main is also an element tag, and let's just put footer here. So those are the 3 sections of our skeleton that we will be having, that we're gonna be working on. So we put main, footer, and we put main here, and then we put footer here. I don't know why I put that, but we're gonna put footer here just for so we can see something on the footer S. All right, so you see them all in 3 separate sections on top of each other, laid down in like a block view, and that's fine. Now if you press Alt Shift and F for format, remember that one line of code I deleted on the settings.json? This is it right here. You could change it to something else, but we're gonna keep prettier because I love prettier. I think prettier is one of the best ones on it so far. So that's what we're gonna work with right now. So let me see. You see no colors here. So on the nav, let's go to nav. We're gonna put nav, and then we're gonna come here and we're gonna put background color, and we're gonna call it no, I don't like that. We're gonna call it pink. No. Well, let's just click pink, and when it shows it here, let's highlight it and let's just make it this pink like that. I wanted a dark pink so you can really see. We'll go to the footer right here. And we're going to type in footer because that's what we're going to be messing with. We're going to put background color. If you press BGC, it automatically does that. I figured it out. I learned that before, but I couldn't remember what it was. And we're going to put brown for that one. All right, Control S. And in the site SCSS, because we are going to keep that. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to type main because it's actually a selector element. We're going to put BGC. And what do we want for the background? Let's make it black. Let's make it black. The heck with it. And let's see what that looks like now. We can't see the wording on it. That's fine, because we're gonna come over here. We're gonna do 3 simple things that I like to do on almost every web page, and sometimes I don't always put it, and maybe I should add it to this project and call it 4.0. So we're gonna call it scroll behavior smooth, and then we're gonna put height 100%. Because we're going to be using that later. We're not always going to be using that. And the body, we're going to be using a font family. So let's put the body element tags right there. And I'm going to go get the font family right now. I'm going to teach you how to do that. It's so difficult. Oh, we didn't save them all. So Control S. Oh, we did. Oh, we didn't put the color white. Let's put the color white right here. You know what? Since I have variables, let's use that variable color white. It is. So we use a variable color white, and look, there you go. Everything's in white lettering. Okay, that looks amazing, beautiful, I guess. Oh yeah, everything turned white because the body itself is white. So with the site CSS, we have a problem here, It's a saying that doesn't work with Safari, so I don't care. And we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that because I don't really care if it works with Safari or not. I don't like Safari. Had an iPhone, use Brave on it. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So let's go get the imports. Now I'm gonna put the import right here in the font family section in the body. Let's you always want to do that. Even though it worked, you still want to do it. So we come over here. We're gonna go get the Google font that we want. All right. I personally like to use Merriweather. As you can see, I already have it here. So let's get rid of that and let's just hit fonts right here and scroll down to Merriweather. I'll show you why I like Merriweather in a section. I know it's past Ubuntu, but I like to click Merriweather and I like to type. Well, first I like to say, yo man, we in Americas, and yo man, I want the English language because that's the only language I know how to speak with the little bit of Spanish that I know. Capital I, L. All right. So we get rid of half of that, and you see the I and the L is different. I don't like that it's higher than that, but I don't care right now. That's the font I like to use. So select regular and the italic, and click here. And I like to go to import, and I highlight what I want to get. Control C. Come back over here. Press it right here, because now you can put the import URL, which is different than importing a partial. And as long as the partial's in the same folder, you don't have to worry about a lot. You don't have to put a slash or nothing like that. But you can actually make a partial in a different folder. You just have to put a slash and then the name of it. All right. Like if you want to put all the partials in a different folder, which some people do, it makes sense. It makes it look cleaner. That's fine. But as you can see, I only have the main section of the website right here. And then I have my nav that's right here, and everything's different. So we saved it. We come back over here. You see that the stuff changed. One thing you notice is that it's all bunched up to the top left, and that's literally because we took the padding out on the site SCSS. That's fine. That's what we want to do. So the next thing we want to do is in the index, we want to bring in the font. The font awesome stuff. So let's go there. So if you go font awesome, and then you put CDN right here. This cdnjs.com thing, it stands for the I forgot what CDN stands for, but it stands for the services, whatever that it works with. You could actually get the full, all the stuff that Font Awesome gives you, kind of like for free for the most part. Or you could change it up and get the different things. I want everything because I'm greedy. Now, if you're using this site and you like to use Font Awesome before and you're used to using like 5.2, make sure you change it or whatever. I don't need this no more. I copied the right section. We're going to come over here, and underneath that, we're going to press Control V, Alt Shift F for prettier, and prettier knocks all these things in a different row so it looks neater. So let's save that. Now, for the most part, a lot of our sections are done. This is our skeleton. All right. We don't need the settings no more, but since it's there, notice how the HTML came back over here after this. I don't know what's on with that. I'm not messing with that. I don't mess with anything that it doesn't matter. You could change the window level to 3 right here, right? And that's just gonna say show you how make it as big as make it big or small. I'll leave it like that. It makes it easy to see. It has a problem. Must that path separate or must that end with 1? Whatever. I don't even know where that's at. All right. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what this is, and we could delete that completely. And I'm pretty sure because we're using Let's stop this. Let's watch it again. Let's stop live server. Let's see what the setting says on that. Let's go back to stop live server. Go. I don't know if that's live server. Let's see. I just press stop again. Open with live server. There you go. That starts it back up, and it gives you, like I said, your port numbers might be different. And let's see. Port 3500, that's how you know it's there. And yes, it was the go live. And let's see if that's back in the settings. I don't even know. I honestly don't care. So I'm going to save all this. Let's get out of the settings. You saw what we used that for. And now I'm going to start the basic skeleton of the nav and the footer. One last site that I'm going to go to though is I'm going to open a new browser. It's here. Control C. And we're using this PNG, and what's great about a PNG, first I'm going to put that logo, and then I want to put the image inside there, just in case I want to do more stuff with it. The source would be Control Z. Forgive yourselves, everybody. It was my fault. Control C. I press C instead of V in here. So once again, Alt Shift F, and that knocks it down. And in the Alt, I just want to put the logo image. Now you could use the word brand. A lot of people use that. I don't care. I'm using logo because the logo is like the brand's picture. So we obviously know what a logo is. So inside the nav section, I also want to have a couple of A×2 right here, right? And in here, I'm just gonna put this. I'm gonna put home, and I'm gonna put another one right here, and I'm gonna put about me. About me, and I'm only doing it for, how should I put it? These two are gonna be the outside. We're gonna have a drop down section and menu and that, whatever. For now, we're putting the drop down section. Is it drop down dot menu? I'm doing it like this. It just makes my life easier to put DD. What you can do is inside here, we're gonna put a button. Oh man, what the heck? Oh, it's supposed to be dot DD slash menu. I didn't know what DD was. DD is not an element document on the on the documents. And then we're gonna put a button in here. And like I said, I learned some stuff from these people. So like you're gonna see problems, and the button must have the symbol text element, has no title attribute, whatever. Well, look, can I get to it, man? You know what I'm saying? So in the button, we're gonna put more links or whatever, and that satisfies this, but it still has an issue, you know. Button type hints, whatever. I'm just gonna put oops. It wants you to put a type. That's why you're seeing that little stuff. So you can put type and just put button. I mean, it's that simple. We don't need. Let's go to the end of that, and then Alt Shift F, and that deletes a lot of white space. Sometimes it deletes the white space that's underneath here, but it's not. And then in here we're gonna put drop down links. All right, and then inside that we want to put 3 anchor tags. Let's put ×3. I don't know why there's always 3 anchor tags in these things. Oh, come on, I forgot to put the A. This is making me look bad. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing with all 3 of these. I just like them to be separated like that. In here, you're gonna put Alt and Shift, and then come here, and here, and then put the # in there, and then we're gonna put I don't know, blog. Then we're gonna put blog, and then careers. These are different sections that they want you to that you could use and stuff like that. So let's save that as well. So I've never seen this before. Oh yeah, it adds it when you when you don't care about Safari. That's what that is for. Now Alt Shift F, I just saw it took the white space out of here and then indented it properly so it could look nice. That's what I love Prettier for. Okay. So that's basically everything we're using inside the nav. So we could put we don't really have to put it here. We could put it here. We could put a comment that says end nav. This is sometimes very useful when you doing stuff like this. And you could just put start footer. Even though it says footer there, sometimes it's easier to see that because you might have more stuff in the footer and in the nav. So like I said, this is the skeleton. In the footer, I know we're going to have social media. That's one section. We're also going to have the columns section. And then at the end of that one, we're going to have the copyright section. And the copyright section is the easiest. So I'm going to do it now. We're going to put ampersand copy. Right, and you press tab. This is going to give you the copy symbol. All right. And you're gonna put how should I put it? We're gonna put my name here. Al the Powell 78's businesses, like that. That's how you spell it, I swear. And as you can see, this image is huge. And as you can see here, we have everything working like we want. Now, what I didn't get yet is I didn't get the font awesome link in here yet. Oh, did I? Yes, I did. Let me stop lying to myself. We also want to go to font awesome because I'm just gonna yeah. Oh no, we want font awesome. We don't want that. We want the font awesome. We want this page. And then we want to go to icons here. That's all we want for now, but I'm not going to go there right this second because we ain't done yet. So we got that font awesome in there. Let's double check to make sure I put in there. I did, it's that. Alright, like I said, sometimes we forget. Like, I don't need to put start nav because the beginning of nav, and there's nothing besides the head and the body tag above it. So it's easy to recognize most of the time. I put end nav because sometimes it's hard to recognize main, nav, div. They all look the same. It could be div. It's a new nav or nav section and it's not the same, but you get confused with lettering and people do that all the time. So right now I am going to focus on the nav and everything we need the nav. First of all, I want to put this over here and then I'm going to press Control S. Now I'm going to open the nav. What we're going to do inside the nav, we're not going to change the color, but we are going to put the the logo right here, right? That's our very first class. We're gonna press. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna put image inside that. And the reason you get squiggly break, I messed that up. The reason you get the squiggly line is because there's nothing in it. So we're gonna type image and then do this, and then we're gonna put width. That's all we're gonna say. And we're gonna put 7 rem, and that reason I'm using rem because it's like an elastic mode. And let's just see what this looks like. So that looks amazing now, absolutely gorgeous. So now that we have the logo, outside the logo div class, we have some anchor tags. So we're going to put some anchor tag stuff. We're just going to put color white. All right. And nope, we're not going to put white. We're going to put the $ color whites because that's why we imported the variables. And what's the importance of using the color white there? Let's say we want it to be more of a beige and we're using that color, we're using that variable color everywhere. What's going to happen is we only have to change it once. That's the beauty of it. So we got the color white here. That's the anchor tags. Then we got this .dd. And inside .dd, we got .dd menu. And inside the .dd menu, we got the button. Right? And I'm not going to do nothing with the button. We're going to call it color white as well. And background color, let's go that. BGC, C, and tab, we could change that and we could put the background color, wait a minute, with the buttons, we can call it black like that. And once again, I'm going to go back and use the $ color of white. And that makes it a little bit easier. Now, you don't have to put the word color in it. It just helps you realize what you're doing. I mean, obviously white is white, whatever it is, but I like to put the colored word in front of it. It just makes it more organized, I guess. Also, inside the class of DD menu, we got DD/links. All right. In the links, we also want to use color, and we're gonna put them white. Oh no, $. I keep forgetting. $ color. You gotta spell it white. Right. Let's just see what that does for now. So this is everything I like in there. The button has a background color of black. And that looks pretty decent. And that is basically everything inside the nav. Now, the reason I'm doing it the way I'm doing it is because I'm nesting it, which I love. And if you look in here, you got the nav. So you got nav, nav.logo.image, nav a, nav.dd menu, button, nav.dd menu, .dd links. So it has almost everything, but nothing. The reason you don't see .dd menu by itself is if you come back to the nav, you realize we didn't do anything with DD menu but add that. So we could actually put a background color of that into blue. Let's go blue violet. I'm just gonna do that. But so you see that inside here, it has its differences, it's separated, blah blah blah. And this is, this is crazy because we want all this in one line. So that's all we're gonna do for the skeleton of that. Now we're gonna go into, now that you see the other nav stuff and why I like the nesting. We don't have to worry about other things. And when we completely update this nav bar and fix it to how we like it, you're gonna see a big difference. I'm just doing a skeleton, like I said. So let's get to the footer before I forget. Let's get rid of that and that. Let's go to footer. We're gonna leave that brown, and we're gonna minimize that for now. And now let's go into the social media. And sometimes I like to put a comment like this that says SM equals social media. And then when we go to the let's go back over here and just do that real quick. And then we're gonna put another comment and we put drop down. So we know DD equals, let's put DD equals drop down. Now let's make that small again. Let's compact that. Let's go in the footer. In the footer we're gonna have an H4 tag, right? And it's gonna reach me on these platforms. And I might as well get all of them out the way. We got LinkedIn and stuff like that, so we're gonna have like 6. So we're gonna have A times 6. Okay? So that's what it all gonna be. So I'm gonna do the same thing here again. Yeah. So we could here Alt and Shift here, and here, and we're gonna put the pound sign. That's all we want. And instead of just typing out what we want, I'm just gonna get the stuff from Font Awesome. This is why I kept it here. We go to Facebook like that, and then we type in that. It's gonna give you Facebook. You press here, it'll copy it for you. You come back over here and you press Control V. Do the same thing. Click there. I don't know. Oh, you know why this is saying that? It's because it wants this right here. It wants you to put a letter in here and it'll go away. But we don't need to worry about that. Matter of fact, I am going to ignore. See if I can. How do you ignore this issue? Let's highlight it. I'm trying to ignore the issue, so. Forget about it. Let's come here. Let's close that out. Facebook, what comes after Facebook 99% of the time? Instagram. They're basically the same platform. Let's come here. It's where we want it already. Control V. And usually after that, I see people go to Twitter. Now, I don't know how people are going to feel with Elon Musk, whatever his name is. Let's press escape there. Control V. I'm looking down, make sure I press V. So we got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Everybody loves TikTok. That's usually next. And then we come over here and press Control V. What's after TikTok, Twitter? So what do we have in our variables? I have them. Oh, Google. We got Google. So let's try Google. I don't know. I don't know who visits anybody on actual Google itself, but we're gonna do it, damn it. And then lastly, we're gonna go to LinkedIn. Because nobody usually puts this on their stuff unless they were looking for a job and with the career section. So I'm just doing this. Once again, why can I just want to ignore that. I don't know why I can't come over here and ignore it. Usually when you click on it, I click here, it has a little bubble here. There it is. There's the bubble I'm looking for. Let's ignore that. That's going to go on here and you're going to see some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's off. That's what that's showing us. So let's Control S this. Control K and then S and then everything saved just in case you don't know which one you're working on. We're done with this now. So for the most part, we got the links we want right here. That's beautiful. Looks amazing. I know what you're thinking. You're right. So let's go back to over here. We want an H4 here, and we wanted to say, yo, I'm gonna put like subscribe or whatever. I don't know what I want to put here, because if you go to NBA.com or a lot of main websites like that, you'll see something like the footer down here. It has organization, site, website. Site. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back down and let's just put a UL. All right, and then the LIs. ×3 anchor tag, I think. Oh no. Nope. A, like that. I think that does it. There you go. Hold shift here, and here, and here. Pound. We will be making other sections to this site pretty soon. But for now, site map. Subscribe. And the last one could be anything. Something. Sounds about right. So we want to actually put this section in a div. Let's call this column. If you don't know how to do this, if you press Alt and up, it'll just put it there. Alt Shift F makes it all nice and neat. And now we're gonna Control C, Control V, and Control V. Alt Shift F one last time, and save. And for the most part, this is our skeleton. That's all I want to see if it's gonna now. Let's make sure the footer has the copyright. Okay. Once again, we're gonna come to the footer, and this is the last thing we're gonna do for the skeleton. We're gonna just come to the sections. We got the SM, right? What's inside SM alpha tags? Anchor tags. We could do I. We could do. We're gonna do each individual one of these. So for now, we're just gonna put color white, just so we could. I'm just gonna put white like that because we're gonna change all these colors differently. And we're gonna go SM, and then we're gonna put for our Facebook, for our Instagram, stuff like that. But like I said, we just want to put everything that's in here. Column. We got UL, and then LI. And the LIs, and then we got the anchor tags. What I'm doing is I'm actually doing the, and this one could change to the color white. There you go. And we could just change that like that, because this one I'm going to keep color white for the links. All right, we got the columns, the column, the LA tag, and now we have the last but not least copyright, right? And the colors are already white, so we want text align and center. We want that. Now two more things. You can't see it because it's so in the side right here. So let's just comment this out right here for a second and save. Now you see when it has, it has a padding, a little padding, and it definitely has a marginal or something. But these are called list styles. And we don't want them. We don't care for that. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go A, text decoration, and this is for the underlines on each website section right here. Because if you start hovering over this, you're gonna see it. So let's get rid of that. All right, let's check that out real quick. All gone. Now I do not want this either. So what that is in the list item, because this is an unordered list, and these are list items. What we're going to put it in the list items for the whole site is we're going to put list style and none. And then we're going to save that, and then all that's going to go away. And now we're going to make it the pattern and everything. Because our goal is to make sure we design it our way completely. And the border box is basically the how we want the sizing. It's what the difference between border box and not border box, like regular. I forgot what it's called. Let me see. You'll see it right here. Hold on. context box. The context box is the default. Border box should be the default because it's 100% accurate of what the box sizing really is. And that's why you want border box. So that's why I automatically put it in that. So all this right here is kind of like what I want already. And as you can see, everything's scrunched up and connected together. And on the next video, we're going to worry about a little bit of the body and mainly the nav bar. And then the one after that is going to worry about mainly the footer. Unless it's under 30 minutes. Because this one's definitely over 30 minutes. It's at 35 minutes. Okay. That's better than last time.